Javon Blake was the phenomenal and inspirational captain of the Jamaica College track team from September 2020 to July 2022. He's from one of Jamaica's roughest, toughest inner city communities, Waterhouse. But that did not deter him from becoming a rising star. The now 19-year-old is an academic high achiever and track star. He has secured a full scholarship to an Ivy League university in the United States, Dartmouth College.
Winner for Casey will take bronze. Javon Blake, we watch the clock. 1:48.58.
Success for Javon was earned. The once fragile and shy boy was overlooked in the first half of first form by the then coach at Jamaica College.
And so I came here and I was just being overlooked. I was not as developed as everybody else. I was so timid and shy, and I thought that I'd come here and this guy would pay me. He knows me, so I thought he'd, give me attention or try to work on me. I couldn't do the drills, nothing at all. And I did it for a week, and I decided it was too painful. I was not being, invested in. It was just wasting my time, and that this was not going to work out. So I stopped after a week, and I told my mom that I'm never doing it again.
Hello?
Miss Lloyd, Jodian Fearon is no longer with us. They tried everything that they could.
She never died. Let me tell you why she died, because she had a hole in her heart. She died a terrible death. She was found on the floor dead.
Why?
It's one of the saddest cases that I've had to rule on. One of the saddest cases.
Trudy didn't make it. Trudy didn't make it.
Jodian Fearon was a 23-year-old first-time mom. She met a terrible death. She died of heart failure brought on by a pregnancy-related stress at the University Hospital of the West Indies in St. Andrew. However, there are questions and perceptions that the incompetence of Jamaica's healthcare system was the root cause of her death.
Oh, she don't have ground.
Well, the challenge was very interesting because I always wanted to line the road and do crazy stuff, so I enjoyed it a lot.
I did have a few challenges I had to overcome this. This shoe failed me in halfway tree today. I had to be hopping around all of halfway tree today and asking other persons for shoes. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't improvised. Anywho, I overcame those challenges and still came out on top.
When we come back, the police step into the frame. Welcome back to Pulse's Caribbean Model Search. The contestants enjoyed themselves on the streets of Kingston, some more than others. But as the shoot came to an end, police officers intervened.
If you're looking to spend some time at the beach, sip a margarita, sleep till 2 p.m., then drink a few more colorful drinks, then you know Jamaica is a place to be. But what if you're looking for something a bit more permanent? What if you're looking for some brand new real estate offerings right here on the island? Well, you clicked on the right video. Here are the top all-new real estate developments in Jamaica in 2022 in no particular order. Welcome to the Travel and Real Estate Jamaica YouTube channel, where we cover accommodations on the island, famous for sea, sand, and summer all year round. Whether you're looking to stay for a weekend, a few months, or to buy your new home, hit the subscribe button to see all the real estate and travel happenings on the big little island in the Caribbean. Now for this list, we'll be showcasing impressive real estate developments at various stages of completion. What they all have in common is that they're all in Jamaica. They're all beautiful and practical, and they're all available for purchase. So no rentals this time around. We'll save that for another video. Hambani Estate is located in the Ligani area of Kingston, just around the corner from the US Embassy. These luxury properties are not finished yet, but after seeing the mock-ups, this is shaping up to be a very impressive development. High ceilings, backyard with a pool, with an ultra-modern design means it had to have a place on this list. I've been to this property, and though it isn't finished, it still manages to impress. It feels like Tony Stark's summer home. Century 21 is currently showing this property, so give them a call if you want to see it yourself. The luxury status of this development means a luxury price, so you can look to be paying about 1.8 to 2 million US dollars if you're interested in grabbing one of these homes.
It was wonderful to show off the fabulous array of colors and bespoke tailoring and wonderful suits, girls wearing men's suits, and Maya Tafo did an exquisite job of that.
Yeah, well, it's not difficult to understand why he was at one time African Designer of the Year. And when I say one time, not now, because his career is relatively brief. He's only been around for 10 years.
As a designer.
As a designer.
Yes.
And he tells a story about how he became a designer. He was never formally trained as a designer. It's the most interesting thing. Because of his physique, he's tall.
Long arms.
And he's slim with long arms, long legs. And he wanted to make clothing that would fit him, but would also feature the design aesthetic that he saw for himself. So he started making clothes, and people would ask him where he got it, and eventually, he just surrendered to the demand, and he established a very powerful clientele of the virtual who is who in Africa.
It's Thursday, May 12, 2022, around 5 in the afternoon. 2-year-old Jahmeal Mendez, affectionately called JJ, was last seen playing in his neighbor's yard. He plays with other toddlers there regularly in Rasta Corner, Freetown, Clarendon. Jahmeal's mother, Kira Williams, went to check on her son that Thursday afternoon. She called out for him, but there was no answer. She and a friend, Beverly, started searching for Jahmeal. No one has seen the toddler since. Jahmeal Mendez Jr. has been missing without a trace. She was a 22-year-old visually impaired first-year student at the University of the West Indies Mona campus. She waited for more than an hour for a bus at UA's back gate to get home. She never made it home. What happened to Jasmine Deen? She's been missing without a trace.
The prosecution also asked the retired crime fighter to identify Brown's voice in cell phone conversations secretly recorded by a former gang member, now prosecution star witness. In one of the conversations, the witness, who was at the time working with undercover police, was talking with Citypuss about suspected disloyal members of the gang, including the now sole female defendant Stephanie Christie, aka Muma.
Like it's a program them want line up. You overstand? Yo, me say I two of them on the phone. Cause me not trust them in a dog. None of them. Make your call too, in case anything go wrong, you know?
The retired crime fighter says he was about to interview Dezign, Brian, when Muma approached him at the police station. The prosecution asked the witness to point her out in court, and Christie stood up promptly in the dock. The witness then said, "That's the great Muma." The witness says in 2017, he asked Christie how she managed to have two of the quote, baddest man them in Jamaica. He says she replied by saying, "Me ting up like that, you know, me ting up like that."
It's the peak of the Christmas season here in Jamaica, and I'm at one of the busiest commercial districts here in Jamaica, downtown Kingston, here at Coronation Market. And today I'll be seeking to find out how consumers as well as the vendors are faring. You've heard consumers say they've been having a difficult time trying to make their money stretch. Well, for me, I have $10,000 in my pocket, and I'll be seeking to find out how much I'm able to afford, how much I'm able to get with $10,000.
It's Precious, and I'm operating for about 35 years and over. This is Precious Mini Mart.
So tell me now, in comparison to this time last year and now, you think you're faring better and making more sales now in comparison to this time last year?
Last year I make better sales because the things were cheaper, so people shop more.
You think the drought as well as the heavy rains have affected how things are faring now in terms of the produce that you have on sale?
Yeah, that have a lot to do with the drought. But it's God's plan. What can we do? We just have to know, sometimes coffee, sometimes tea.
On our way through St. Mary, I kept seeing signs for firefly. Well, curiosity got the better of me and I checked it out. There aren't many places that truly take my breath away, but this is without a doubt one of them. You have to drop a like for this view. And the pirate Henry Morgan used to visit here? What?
Drift. I bet me turn up in ya. Acha, uno, more, kiba, can't stop. Ooh, singer, me, grass, on, killer. I some move, I some rock, I some sip my liquor. Move, you, kiba, girl.
So
drop, quicker, make a dance couple times, girl, I take my picture. I bet me turn up in ya. Drift.
Daryl Vaz killed and murdered Diane Smith, and that's where it all took off. So I have no doubt that it was politically orchestrated. I remember two things that my blessed father said to me in my growing up stages, and of course my two other brothers. To thine own self be true. That was one. And the second one is, he said, son, never forget that every morning of life, at some stage, you're going to have to look in the mirror. Whether you're brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, shaving, whatever it is, and you need to like what you see. Actually, I got a WhatsApp, and I realized something was wrong. So I contacted the person who told me that he had given $4.2 million to this scammer who was using my name by virtue of the fact that they cloned my display picture on my WhatsApp.
Everything about this cabin brings me back to a time when things were just wonderful, things were pure, things were carefree. I'm telling you, this house is, you know what it is? It's the honesty of the house. It's the honesty of the materials. It is the blue maho wood on the walls. It is the barn door made of the wood. It is a live edge staircase that goes to the loft. It is the handle of the barn door, the live edge. It is cut from a saw, of course, but we keep the integrity of the wood. So the wood now has these wonderful rolls, and it has character, it has personality, it is honest. It is not something that is, man-made. And this house, I am telling you, it just brings, I'm talking about a vibe, it's a mood, it is everything that you would want, for peace, for serenity. So what the owner has done so expertly is to match the tranquility paint on the wall from Edgechem with the blue maho wood. The blue maho wood it's inherent in nature, right? It has these variations of color that goes through the wood. It has a little bit of blue, of course. It has a little bit of gray. It has a little bit of yellow and stuff. The color of the walls now is tranquility gray. It is absolutely fabulous and fantastic. So, do you know that this house can sleep 7 people? Yeah, we're in a tree house and it can sleep 7 people. This sofa here is a sleep sofa. So, you can have somebody sleeping here. I'll talk to you about the bedroom in a second. So what I'm trying to say to you, yes, it's a tree house cabin, but it is so expertly done. The architecture is so wonderful that it can hold, it functions well. It functions for entertaining at least 12 people.
Hi everybody, my name is Daisha K. I'm an online reporter here at Nationwide.
Hey guys, I'm Nora and I am the producer of Cliff Hughes Online. Today we'll be reacting to a compilation of Wayne Marshall and TikTok. Yes. So Wayne and Tammy, I guess.
Wayne and Tammy.
Wayne is a funny guy, so let's see.
I don't follow Wayne and Tammy. I don't follow them up. Oh. Nora, please. Don't bother with it.
Wrap this up. This way you can't play then.
I don't. Well, what? Someone when I react.
All right, we are reacting.
Yeah. So
the reactions will be very
genuine.
All right.
So if everybody did force it, know them here. I'm going to give you the honest truth.
I never watched them before.
Never watched them before.
On YouTube, nowhere.
Nowhere.
All right.
When I watch them on YouTube, when I watch them on TikTok, when I watch them nowhere. Might catch a little meme here and there on Twitter or something, but I'm not invested.
I'm judging my head still.
Why?
Ready? Set?
Go.
All right, guys. The key to a happy marriage is respect your husband. All right? Allow him to be the man he can be. Don't cheat. All right? Make sure. Shut up! Allow him to talk. Okay?
Nadine, how are you doing today?
Not too bad.
Alright, so I'm very interested in crabs, right? I hear say it's sweet and nice and it tastes good. I hear the man a while ago a big you up.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, because we always say you guys have crabs out here. Oh, come on, always have crab.
Alright, when the season is over, we have the man them we poke them out of the hole. So them not normally run out like when the crab season, them run out of the hole. Them not do that no more. The man them have to go for them themselves.
Check out Miss Alice, come here, say her soup bad so far. What's in this soup today? Chicken foot alone?
Chicken foot, cow skin, tripe, beef, and sometimes I use goat head and goat feet.
Wow, it smells goody. It's sweet, man. Why not this?
Have you ever felt like exploring somewhere new, even if it's just for the day? Well, last year, on this page, we gave you quite a few options. Here are the top 5 places we explored last year. A coffee shop in the mountains. This is hard to beat. Jack Sprat, the best seaside dining out there, if you ask me. Wonderful cliffside resort. Seacliff was amazing, and the views out of this world. But before we get to the top 2, don't forget, this
is now this. Emergency vacation, doctor recommended. Moon Palace was absolutely amazing. It was my first time there and my mind was blown. The view at Firefly is next level. Please guys, if you haven't seen this place, make it a date in 2023. Stay tuned to this page for more incredible places to visit and explore.
So Joanna Luna was also on board for CFW this year. She celebrated her 10th year with Caribbean Fashion Week.
And how she's grown. You know, you can see, she's always, great, but you can see the development in her collection and how she's developed over the years. And so it was, it's always a pleasure to have a collection from Joanna Luna, but it was particularly so this year.
Why? Because it was all black?
Well, no, but that was helped to make the collection what it was, but that wasn't the reason. It was just the overall quality of the collection.
Yes.
I liked her shapes and her forms and the story she was telling with the collection. And so overall, I would say it was a very good. It was pretty special.
And when I looked to my left and my right, I saw Chino Steven and I saw Yashima Bet. I said to myself, the Big Ship legacy is great.
It's always a joy working collectively with the family, you understand, and more so on the heels of, the situation with my father, This is his international introduction back to the main stage, you understand. So it's a joy, with us up there having fun and with us vibing and we're sharing songs together and, it's just joy and happiness and we could see and feel the love from the crowd.
It's very fitting, the 30th anniversary is a special milestone for them and this is a milestone for me. Me returning to the stage with my family, I couldn't have planned that any better.
Ready?
Jamie.
I'm sure you'd agree with me that the opening day was just a blast.
It was a blast. I mean, Wayne, just looking back at when the World Championship started, and this is the first time the World Championship has actually been entertained in the United States of America. I was one of those that competed in the first World Championship in 1983 in Helsinki, Finland. Now there's money involved when you win for the first to the 8th place. So it has really transformed, and the energy is still the same.
Yeah.
...2023 is behind us, and the year that was in news, absolutely fascinating. Nationwide 90 FM, your leader for breaking news, had a handle on all of the biggest stories in 2023. And so we've compiled a top 10 based on user impression on our social media platforms and the general sentiment of what the public felt were the top 10 news stories of 2023. My name is George Davis. I'm not going to be alone looking at the top 10. Inside waiting for me, Dr. Nadine Spence. She's a political commentator and a social commentator as well, and the Observer's editor at large, one of the best editors in Jamaica, Arthur Hall, OD. They're lying in wait inside. So I have on the jumpmans. Let's jump right into the subject matter. It's a year in review with a difference, not the boring old thing where they tell you all the stories that happened in January and all the big stories in February, all the way to December. By the time you get to April, you are bored stiff. This is a year in review with a difference, and I've invited two able minds to assist in the navigation through the nationwide top 10.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
That's an earthquake? We thought up to that point that the Alice memes would have been contending for meme of the year, and then Cliff Hughes gave us a gem when the earthquake shook.
Now I decided to take a day trip to St. Elizabeth. First stop, Jack Sprat Restaurant in Treasure Beach. This place has been calling my name since the first time I heard about it. Apparently it's their 20th anniversary, but my first time here. Did you know Jack Sprat is right next to Jake's Hotel? I didn't. Well, I'm gonna have to stay here next time. By the time I got to the eating area, I was already blown away. Like for part 2.
We are at Usain Bolt's Tracks and Records. I heard that you have a lot of wonderful things prepared for us to try today.
We're going to start off with, of course, the most famous jerk chicken spring roll. We now have a new item, which is the oxtail spring roll. We are known for jerk. We have 16 menu items that include jerk. Today I'll have you have the pan chicken and our fabulous jerk pork, as well as our curry shrimp and one of our signature flatbreads.
Nice.
Ooh, I hope you're hungry.
I love it.
Moon Palace Jamaica in Ochi opened about 7 years ago, and I've never been. But recently, I got an invite to check the place out. How could I turn it down? Amazing hospitality and an incredible property. Amazing pools for adults and kids. A next level spa, an arcade, that's my favorite. So many restaurants, an incredible piano bar for the grown and sexy. There's something here for both a family vacation and a couple's getaway.